fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm Fitness Informant President Ryan Buck. I want to thank you first and foremost for stopping by to check out 100% honest, no bullshit review of B.A.R Nutrition's pre-workout. Today we're going to talk to you guys about B.A.R Nutrition on 5 different categories. First, we're going to talk to you guys about the ingredient profile on this. What's in this pre-workout? Second, we're going to talk to you guys about the effectiveness. Overall, does this pre-workout work? That's really what you're here for, right? Third, we're going to talk about the taste. Fourth, mixability, and then finally, we're going to go ahead and talk about the value of this product. The value, is everything worth what they're putting for it on the price tag? So, B.A.R, kind of a under the radar brand that not a lot of people have heard of. They're direct to consumer. A very good pre-workout. Actually, it's a very good pre-workout that focuses on focus, no pun intended. So let's go through the ingredient deck right away. We're going to start right away with 6 grams of L-citrulline malate. L-citrulline malate, 6 grams, it's clinically dosed. This is for your pump. This actually is going to help move blood and water into your muscles, providing the pump, which will help with muscle recovery. There's more to the pump than just looking huge, just FYI in case you didn't know that. Then we get beta-alanine at 1,500 milligrams. Now beta-alanine clinically dosed is 3.2, so it is underdosed on beta-alanine. It could use some help there. We do actually prefer this to be clinically dosed. Now, beta-alanine is the ingredient that some people don't like because it gives you sort of the itchy feeling, but it has a purpose. It helps with strength and endurance output. Then we have agmatine sulfate at 1 gram. Really good dosage of agmatine sulfate. Agmatine sulfate helps with the pump as well. It actually helps sort of trick your mind into thinking that you're actually not having as much pain as you actually are. Your pain perception goes up. So that is a good thing to allow you to get a couple more reps out. It also helps inhibit these enzymes within the body that kind of kill your nitric oxide, so it helps with that to keep the NO pumping through your blood to keep the pump going. On top of that, you get L-arginine at 1 gram as well. L-arginine, go ahead and it helps produce NO, nitric oxide, into the body. Again, provides a pump. So as you can see, they have some pretty good pump complex right away. Then we're going to go ahead and get 1 gram of L-taurine. L-taurine is for strength and endurance. 1 gram is a good dosage of this. I've seen as high as 2, but I typically see this at 1 gram. Again, it can help with strength output and endurance. Crealkaline, 500 milligrams. This is a form of creatine. This is a little low dose. I'm not really sure why they put it in here. It's maybe just to have an ingredient on the ingredient deck in terms of creatine. It's going to help with strength output. Now, crealkaline can be dosed anywhere up to 3 grams, I think. Now, creatine monohydrate's 5, so it really varies, and people's bodies are differently. Creatine monohydrate, in my opinion, is the best form of creatine to take, but some bodies just don't take to it as well. Caffeine, 200 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. This is going to be the hard-hitting, fast-hitting caffeine. It also has 75 milligrams of dicaffeine malate. I like that the caffeine sources come in less than 300 milligrams, so it's 275 total. The caffeine anhydrous is going to give you that quick-hitting caffeine. The dicaffeine malate is going to give you the euphoric feeling throughout the workout to keep that workout going and not to really have you have that crash. On top of the caffeine, they're throwing in a couple different stimulants. The first being synephrine at 50 milligrams. Synephrine is a fat-burning ingredient. It actually helps burn fat, which then in turn increases your energy. 50 milligrams is a good dosage of synephrine as well. Synephrine, really good. And it also has yohimbe at 2 milligrams. Yohimbe is a really good, powerful stimulant as well. Any more than 2 milligrams can go ahead and make your heart palpitate a little bit, but this is also a fat-burning ingredient. Dosed well, it's going to produce energy. They throw in a couple things as well in terms of focus that I really like. 100 milligrams of alpha-GPC. This is too low for me. Alpha-GPC should minimum be at 300. I'd like to see that 600 because this is my favorite nootropic. So alpha-GPC could be higher on the list, but they make up for it by putting 20 milligrams of Noopept in this. Now, Noopept is the ingredient that was used in Dust Extreme from Blackstone Labs. Now, not a lot of pre-workouts use Noopept. Not a lot of manufacturers allow them, or not a lot of manufacturers actually are able to source it and put it into the ingredients, or they don't want to because of federal regulations and scariness. So Noopept gets 20 milligrams. And then the last cognitive enhancing is 100 micrograms of huperzine. Huperzine is a cognitive enhancing ingredient. This is a really good dosage of huperzine as well. Then you go ahead and you get some coconut powder and BioPerine in it. Coconut powder is dosed too low to even make a difference in this, and BioPerine helps with ingredient absorption. Overall ingredient profile on this, it's solid. I can see beta-alanine being up. I need alpha-GPC up as well. Other than that, solid profile across the board, and it actually translates well into the effectiveness. Really good focus. I love pre-workouts that focus on focus. I think huperzine, Noopept, alpha-GPC, along with the stimulant blend, provides a really nice focus, one of the better focuses you're going to get in a pre-workout. On top of that, the energy complex with caffeine anhydrous and caffeine dicaffeine malate, it provides nicely, but then you have that synephrine, you have yohimbe as well, giving you the kick to keep the energy function nice and going. Pump, we talked about the citrulline malate, we talked about agmatine sulfate, we talked about arginine. Really good pump with this product as well. The only area in which doesn't perform as much as we'd like is the strength and endurance complex. It has 1 gram of taurine, it has the crealkaline, it has 1.5 grams of beta-alanine. Like to see something else, whether it be a peak O2 or maybe actually a clinically dosage of beta-alanine. There's alpha ATP. There's a couple different things that allow the endurance aspect of this to keep going, but not bad. Nothing I'm going to knock this pre-workout a lot for. It's a really solid, effective pre-workout based on a very solid, efficient, effective profile. In terms of taste, peach tea. Now, peach tea is going to be what you expect in a pre-workout. We're actually going to try this here for you on camera to show you mixability, but peach tea makes me think of summer nights, right? It makes you think of warm summer nights, and peach tea is one of those, I guess, flavors that maybe not everybody loves, and that's fine. But it was good for us. It was refreshing. It was different than your blue raspberry. It was different than your what is it, fruit punch, right? So that was nice. And in terms of mixability, so we like the flavor. Okay, so we like the flavor. Mixability, we just put it in with your normal water, about 6 ounces. Try not to do too much more than that. Mixability on this, not bad. There is 15 grams in the serving size of this, which is actually really well done for a pre-workout. If you look at this, not a ton floating around, not a ton on top, not a ton floating to the bottom. And it's a good flavor. It's refreshing. Some tea flavors that we've had, whether it be in intro workouts or pre-workouts, not great. I wouldn't say this tastes like super, super sweet tea, but it's good. So the flavor profile maybe doesn't match what's actually on the bottle as much, but it's refreshing and it's good. In terms of value, this is 30 servings for $40, effective pre-workout, nice profile. Pre-workouts now are retailing for almost $2 a serving, which is fine if there's justification for it. This one justifies a nice value rating score from us because $40 for 30 servings of something that works really well with a focus that has nice mixability and good flavor, I think is definitely worth it. Check these guys out, B.A.R Nutrition. They are a newer brand that we are able to test out here at Fitness Informant. Glad they're able to work with us, and check below to see if we have a coupon code to save you a few dollars on their line or at a retailer that we work with. Make sure you follow us on our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button here below. Make sure you check out our podcast. We're on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and on Spotify. It's called Be Informed, Live Fit, featuring some amazing guests to help educate all of us. And for this review, more reviews, and a huge section of supplement deals, check out our official website. We're online, fitnessinformant.com.